Before we start, I want you all to know this video is sponsored by Assured Methyl, Methyl, whatever it is. No, I'm joking. Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with another Mr. Hornsby83 video. This time I'm going to talk about the rise and fall of the Halloween franchise. I decided to go with, just breaking the videos up into 3 parts. I'm going to do it chronological order. Starting with Halloween, because that came out before Friday the 13th was next. Then Nightmare on Elm Street. So, first I'm going to get through Halloween. Now, part 1 and 2 started out, and I know a lot of people didn't care too much for part freaking 2, but I thought part 1 and 2 were really great. They were pretty good movies. 3, people were upset, but a lot of people don't realize that they were trying to start an anthology series with 3, but because of the bad outpour for freaking Halloween 3 and all that, they decided just to go back with bringing Michael Myers back and all that, which leads to part 4, Return of Michael Myers. This and the first one I think are the 2 best Halloween movies in the series. I love part 1 and I love part 4. And then 2's third after that. Then we got part 5, which was subpar, especially after the big stuff that happened in part 4. And technically, I guess you could say part 4 was kind of, well, no, can't say that, because we had a lot of people that loved H2O, but in my opinion, I think the last really great Halloween movie was Halloween 4. But then we got into 6, which had 2 versions, the producers and the theatrical. And the theatrical is almost, well, I mean, not the theatrical, the producer's cut is almost on par with the first Halloween, but there's some problems I have with the ending of it, and some unnecessary stuff they added to it when they could have just had it, have like the theatrical versions, like freaking the theatrical versions ending and all that. Lost my chain of thought there for a minute. But now this is where the franchise starts derailing, because we start getting into H2O, which I know a lot of people love, but I felt H2O was overrated. There was a lot of plot holes they had in that movie, one being the big storyline of no mention of Jamie Lloyd in this movie at all, from Laurie Strode or her son. And I think H2O should have been the end of the Halloween franchise, but we all know what came next. The movie that was so bad I couldn't even give it a star rating. I gave it a Busta Rhymes Kung Fu out of 5, which was Halloween Resurrection. That movie is terrible, and I am only ever going to watch it 2 times in my lifetime. The one I did for the Facebook Live, and when I first seen it in theaters with my wife. Those are the only 2 times I've ever watched that movie. Now, with the remakes, there's kind of a mixed bag. I got a little bit of mixed emotions about both. I mean, yeah, I like that Rob Zombie tried to do something different, but some of the things he put in that movie was just, especially the first one, because the second one's not really that bad. But the first one, there's a lot of things he could have left out and really just left it be. But we did get Danielle Harris back, this time as, what was her freaking name? Annie. She was there. She was Annie instead of Jamie. And you do get to see her topless in the first Rob Zombie Halloween one. But she's also kind of laying there dead butt naked in the end of the second one. So, which, that's pretty crazy to think about. But, yeah, as far as the ride, when you have movies like 1 and 2, and I even like 3 a little bit, because I kind of, understand now what they were trying to do with it as opposed when I first saw it. Because I honestly thought when 3 first came out, I had seen 4 before I seen 3. I honestly thought that in 3, that was Thorn, the group that was controlling Michael Myers, that was behind the killings in 3, but it wasn't. It was just some evil mask company that had something to do with Stonehenge or whatnot. I don't know. I think they were aliens, apparently. But,
The alien, they thought Stonehenge was created by aliens, so.
Yeah, well, maybe they were aliens. But, 4, like I said, was probably the last great one in my opinion. Yes, I do like H2O, but I hate the inconsistencies with the storyline, because you built up the freaking Thorn trilogy with 4, 5, and 6, and the main focus of those, even though she dies at the beginning of the theatrical version of 6, so she still gets killed in the producer's cut of 6 too. But, although it was mainly built around Jamie Lloyd in all 3 movies and the organization of Thorn. Now, there wasn't too much of the Thorn stuff in 4. It was mainly about Michael Myers pretty much returning and wiping everybody out. But 5, it got a little more into it, and then 6 completely went into the Thorn direction. Also, the family of Laurie bought the Myers place because Laurie's stepfather couldn't find nobody to buy it. But after H2O, that should have been the end of the Halloween franchise, at least until Rob Zombie decided to make his versions of the remakes. That should have been the end. But, no, we got the atrocity known as Resurrection. And that movie exists. Yes, it exists, and oh my god. I hate that movie. I hate it with a passion. I don't want to rampage. I done rampage enough on my commentary for it. But, yeah, so The Rise was Halloween 1, 2, a little bit of 3, and 4. And I guess the producer's cut of 6 and H2O. The Fall, the remakes, and Resurrection. And parts of 3. So, 3 is in both categories, I guess you could say. But, yeah, but that'll do it for this one. Next week, I will talk about the rise and fall of the Friday the 13th franchise. Tomorrow night, I got a Dracula playthrough on Facebook Live. And that'll do it. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornby83 Topics. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Hornby83. And before I go real fast, give a couple shout outs. I'll give a shout out to my daughter. It's now Lizzie Pie. My son, the Black Ops Killer, James. JR's Gameplay and more. And Elite Best 3. So go check out their videos. I may put a link into them somewhere like throughout the week to let y'all see their most recent ones. But Black Ops Killer's done like 4 straight the past 3 days. But that'll do it till my Facebook Live for tomorrow night. Peace out.